And we're taking a live look at Tampa, Florida. I was talking about how warm it was here last week, but 75 degrees there. I'll take that. Oh, nice. Clear skies and it's sunny. Well, businesses may be breathing a sigh of relief over reports President Trump's tariffs on Mexican and Canadian goods have both been put on hold for now.
Tariffs targeting imports from Mexico have been paused for a month, as we mentioned, and President Trump is speaking with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau this afternoon. I think the Canadian ones are on pause as well. So is this going to avoid all of this talk of a looming trade war? Moses Altsek is a marketing professor in the UW-Madison School of Business. Hi, Moses. Good to see you.
Hey, it's good to be back. Thank you for having me.
There is so much confusion around all of this. So let's start at the very beginning and tell us, what is a tariff and what are they used for? And one other thing, too.
Sure.
Since it's been characterized predominantly in a negative light, is there a positive side to tariffs? So that's a lot in one question.
Well, for practical purposes, it's a tax that you put on imports. As you know, when a company has to pay a tax, which is what the talking point is, right? Foreign companies are going to pay us this money, and we're going to get all this money that we didn't have before. Well, the truth is that when there's a tax, it's usually passed on to the consumer, right? So you can expect a lot of prices to go up. This is what happens when you have tariffs. They're generally not a good idea for economies as a whole. They are a restriction on free trade, and that's not a great idea. People are making the argument, however, that they can balance the scale a little bit and they can be a tool to make trade more fair. So, is that a talking point or is that the truth? Everything is relative. There are some people within an economy that benefit from tariffs. But, by and large, most people do not benefit from tariffs.
Yeah, and I was reading, according to Yale University, it's estimating tariffs could cost an average household $1,000 to $1,200 extra per year, and people are already strapped for cash.
The source that I read was double that, and I would not be surprised, because if you think of all the goods that we're talking about, we're talking about sort of electronics. We're talking you're going to pay a lot more for a new laptop or for a new smartphone, but you're going to pay a lot more for a new car or a used car. You're going to pay a lot more for an oil change, quite frankly. Instead of 50 or 80 bucks, it could be 100 or 120 bucks, because the price of the filters is going to go up. So, the same goes for agricultural products, with tequila, you name it. Usually when you put tariffs on foreign products, what they do is tit for tat. So they put tariffs on American products. So even though we may benefit, a little bit because the imported products become more expensive and people may buy more American products, well, American products will become more expensive overseas, and then people will buy fewer American products there. So in the end, it's a messy thing, and free trade is generally a better idea. And I think, by the way, that's the intention, right? I think people know pretty much that these tariffs are not probably forever tariffs. They're a negotiating tool. I mean, President Trump likes dealing, and he likes sort of holding a big stick, as they say. So if you can use tariffs to get a better deal out of Mexico, out of Canada, out of China on trade, Mexico is sending troops to protect the border in exchange for a pause in the tariffs, and you see the markets are responding very positively to lesser tariffs or a pause in tariffs, right? So that tells you how the business community feels, and I think consumers would probably feel the same. But I think this is more or less a leverage game, and I don't think it's going to last in the long run. I don't think President Trump intends it to last in the long run either.
I have a feeling we'll be talking to you more often.
Don't go far,
continues.
Moses.
Yeah.
Probably. This is a topic that's not going to go away. For everybody who's upset, remember, he's not doing anything he didn't say he was going to do, and he won an election. So usually half the people are unhappy and half the people are happy. Wait and see. Every little thing in the end is going to be all right.
Thank you, Moses, for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much.